Evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today is December 5th, 2020. This is Brian Glaze Gibbs going live. Thank you for joining me. Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's out there? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Where everybody at? Who's out there? Who's out there? Hey, listen, today when I'm talking about this general topic, like, what's my next topic going to be, what I'm going to speak about. I just got a message in regards to the last video that I dropped. Junior boy, how you doing? Hey, hey, what's up, man? Thank you for joining in this evening. I just got a message from somebody, and once again, it was powerful. And the brother was telling me, like, here it is. He was down and depressed, and then he listened to my last video. If you haven't seen it, go out there. It's on my YouTube channel. It's out right now, and the title is the rappers is a lyric is causing them to an early death. Is a lyric are causing them to their early demise. Check it out. So this brother, he sent me a message in regard to, like, what I was saying as far as the message itself. It was powerful and it helped him out a lot. And you know what? That's a blessing, because that's what life is all about. It's all about right now. And this is my ministry. And once again, like I try to tell people, this I'm not your typical minister. You know what I'm saying? But this is my ministry. How do I use my past to correct my wrong? How do I use, you know what I'm saying, my past experience to get it out there? So that's the difference, and that's what I want to do. So even right now, what I want to do, I guess the title is Brian Glaze Gibbs. Are these rappers speaking their death into existence? And I'm speaking about King Vaughn. I'm speaking about Mo 3, and I'm also speaking about Triple Beans. Like, here it is right now. These guys are dying at an alarming rate. For what? What the heck is going on? What I'm saying is this, man. Like, are people saying the wrong things? What are they doing? Even Pop Smoke. May Pop Smoke, may soul rest in peace. May all these guys soul rest in peace. Hey, folks, listen, man. What are we doing? Why are we destroying one another life at a young age, man? We got a whole life to live. Listen, look at me. Okay, here it is right now. Look at me. I was blessed. I was fortunate to escape. Everything that I did between the age of 14 to 24. I became Brian Glaze Gibbs between the age of 14 and 24. You know what? I made $40,000 a day. But you know what? I did it the wrong way, and I was not happy. I was not satisfied. The more you make, the more you want to make. All for what? I did it all for the wrong reason. While I was in there, my mother died. I couldn't even go to her funeral based upon my stupidity, based upon because I was in love with the street, more or less opposed to me being in love with my family. Come on. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand, folks. Later for that street life, later for that, want to be down, want to be cool, all for the wrong reason, man. That's not what it's all about. It's all about growing old. Like I said, I just had a birthday. I turned 57 years old. 57. To me, I'm closer to 60 than I am to 20. And I embrace life now. I appreciate the finer things in life. I appreciate, making a decent livelihood. Once again, I was hoodwinked. I was tricked. I got caught up into that wrong thing for the wrong reason. All because I want to impress people. I want to be down. And that's not what life is all about, man. Life is about understanding what you need to do now to be prepared for the future. David, with your wisdom come from time, brother. You're right, man. And I appreciate it, man. I am blessed. I'm blessed to still be here. You know what? I look good. I feel good. I'm doing good, man. Poppy C, rub your thumb on the like button to make sure yours is working. Rub my thumb. It's not working, man. Ah, wow. Why is my. You're right, Poppy C. Thank you, man. Hey, listen. I don't sit here and act like I'm more important than what I am, that I'm tech savvy. I don't know. Hey, listen, all this stuff is new to me, man. I can remember the first time I got an iPhone. Hey, what up, Dreddy Ray 999? What's up, man? How y'all doing, man? Hey, but listen, like I remember the first time right now, a younger brother. I was teaching him. he was at work, and I took a liking to him. I was at UPS at the time, and he came around. He was on a piece of equipment, and anybody know anything about UPS? He was on a tug, and he had some carts of irregular package. Irregular package is anything that's awkward and over 70 pounds that it cannot go through the conveyor, they belt to get to these PDs. So what happened was he was driving around, and he was a new guy. So when he came around my area, he happened to have a newspaper. And I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing, man? He said, what you mean? I said, here it is right now. You got a newspaper and you at work, man. I said, what's going to happen is you're going to get pissed off as soon as one of those supervisors come and talk to you about it. So what he did was, and he said, well, everybody else doing it. I said, look, man, you're not everybody else. Some of those guys been here like 20, 30 years. You just got here. So you know what? An hour went past. And as an hour went past, he came back around in my area. And he said, yo, my man. I said, what's up? He said, you was right. I said, right about what? He said, man, as soon as I got back in the area and I was waiting for my, cart to get loaded up, and I was reading the newspaper, and the supervisor came over there and started talking to me about it, and I got highly upset. Then all of a sudden a light bulb went off. And I remember what you told me. And the difference is, me and that kid, we've been friends ever since. And that was approximately, literally, probably like 20 years ago. And like, I helped him. He was listening to me. He was like a little brother that I didn't have. He was like a son. And I taught him. And what I try to do is teach him everything to prevent him from going through the trial and tribulation that I went through. I even helped him get promoted into management. I remember he came to me, he called me up, yo, man, I want to get in human resource. I said, how the hell you want to get in human resource? I said, you don't got a degree. He said, well, you was in human resource. You didn't have a degree. I said, listen, man, I'm special. I got the gift of gab. I know how to sell myself. I got the second opportunity to get another opportunity. So right now is, guess what? I apply myself. In order to be the part, you got to look the part. So right now is I used to interview before I even actually got the job because of the way that I dress. I used to work the night shift. I used to work in a shoe company called Johnson & Murphy. So what I used to do is I worked the night shift. I used to leave the mall dressed in a suit and tie with my wool coat on, my Godfather hat in the briefcase. And right now, as I'm coming in and people's going out, upper management, I'm coming in, they going out. And I used to tell them, how y'all doing on this marvelous Monday? Terrific Tuesday, wonderful Wednesday, tremendous Thursday, fabulous Friday, sensational Saturday, super Sunday. And what wound up happening is they like trying to figure out, who this guy? Basically, because I'm dressed up, I look just as good as them, not knowing I was going to go ahead and turn into a black Superman and change into my working clothes. Because right now, I used to unload packages. I used to sort packages. So that was before I actually got in management. But what I did was I used to come in there dressed for success. And I used to do these little things, prepare myself for the future. So here it is, because of the positive attitude, I was able to get into human resource, UPS. Why? Because the way you sell yourself. So when he was telling me that, well, I got in the human resource and I didn't have a degree, I looked at him. I said, you know what? I'm special. And you know what? It's not that I'm special. I'm a child of God. I'm blessed. I'm double blessed. And it's only because of the grace of God that I'm here today to try to share my ministry, my message. Why? Because once again, folks, here it is right now. My life was spared for a reason. Okay? Hey, listen, right now, what's up, bro? My life was spared for a reason. And I know that. And I count my blessing. I don't take nothing for granted. My life, what I'm about is, how do I coach? How do I counsel? How do I train? How do I use everything that I gain up here? You know what? I'm letting you know right now, I am not the smartest person in the world. But let me let you in a secret. I am not the dumbest. Not too smart, not too dumb. Guess what? In the middle. And you know what? Sometimes you got people highly intelligent, and you know what the problem is? They too smart for their own good, that they don't use the basic, which is common sense. Life is about common sense. If you do it right and you use your common sense and you go with your instinct, and your instinct telling you not to do something, folks, that's the sign. Follow your instinct. That means, guess what? It's not the right thing to do. And you know what? I wish way back when I was a young, sick knucklehead, that I would listen to my instinct. And if I would have listened to my instinct, what would have happened? I wouldn't have gotten into a lot of trouble. I would have saved my moms some heartache, some pain. You know what? But no, I want to be down. And that's the same thing with these young guys out there these days in time. These rappers, man, what they doing is they talking things into existence. Or right now, even like another one. What's a guy named Casanova 2 X? Okay, hopefully I'm saying his name right. I don't really follow hip hop like that, but hopefully I'm saying his name right. Like, what the hell? You got a record deal. You basically a millionaire. You got an endorsement, man. You got a legit hustle. Guess what? You got wife, you got kids. And the difference is now you facing life for what? Okay, it's the same. You can take a person out of the ghetto, but you can't take a ghetto out of the person. Man, listen, man. We got to be smarter than that. It's nothing wrong with coming back to your community, but come back in the right way. Don't invest into the neighborhood. And I don't know, all this is allegedly. Allegedly. But 9 out of 10, when no alphabet people come at you, the FBI, the DEA, when they come at you, chances are they got you. We had over 1,100 hours of wiretap tape. Wiretap tape. And the difference is right now is guess what? Everybody keep talking about ratting and snitching, whatever. We ratting and snitching on our damn self. With 1,100 hours of wiretap tape? How the hell you gonna get around that? They listen to you. They dial in. They drinking their coffee, eating their donuts, eating their glazed donut. Listen to every move that you make. Tapping everybody's phones. How in the heck you gonna get around that? Even they was talking about, you know what? They had the visiting room. Here it is. When I used to go see Fat Cat and Attica and Shawanga, they had a designated spot for him to sit at. They had him sitting up front. So here it is right now, was everything that about him was monitored. So the difference is, imagine you got phone tap, you got the visiting room tap, you got everything tap. These days in time, guess what, folks? They got these, man. These are the smartphone, okay? And not only that, is it a smartphone, it's a tracking device. They know your every movement. So not only are they listening to you, they are following you. Because guess what? It's a tracking device. So how in the heck you gonna get around that? And not only that, if you look all the way around, they got eyes in the skies. They got camera everywhere. So what the sense of we continue to pick up that brick, throwing at the prison wall for what? Absolutely nothing. What are we doing that for? And we wonder how somebody's snitching on us when we snitching on our damn self. And that's what you got to be aware of. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of your surrounding. Be aware of the company that you keep. But guess what? You don't have to do that if you're doing it right the first time. Anybody that make it and you go backwards and you allegedly put guns and drugs into the neighborhood, no. You're supposed to be investing in property. You're supposed to be investing into a security company, into a cleaning company. Open up your own supermarket, your restaurant, a car dealership. People love cars. They're going to buy cars. So guess what? Whether they're going to buy it, finance it, lease it, guess what? That's a legit hustle. Jewelry. Everybody loves jewelry. So being that everybody loves jewelry, guess what? Invest into get your own jewelry store. Everybody loves clothes. Everybody loves sneakers. Get your clothing and shoes sneakers store. People gonna come back. They're gonna buy because they want this. Come on, y'all. I got 53 people out here. Hit that like button, man. I'm not gonna say another word until I get 30 likes, man. Wow, man. It took that long to get 30 likes. Okay, now I got 32. Hey, folks, listen, this is not a game. This is not a game, man. And what I'm just trying to say right now, folks, listen, man, I'm not sitting here trying to tell you anything that you probably don't know, but there's a lot of things that we do know. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. If we don't use what we have up here, if we don't use our knowledge, and what the sense of you have knowledge if you don't have nobody to share it with? We got to become teachers, man. We got to teach people right from wrong. We got to teach people what it's all about. You know what? And like what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to teach people that guess what? I was a young, dumb knucklehead and I made a lot of mistakes. And I'm here to use my story as my ministry. Use my life experience as my ministry. No, I am not your typical minister. You're not going to hear me on a pulpit quoting the Bible, but once I'm good, God, guess what? Right now, we got a God within inside of us all, folks. I'm talking about right now, whether you believe in the Prophet Muhammad, whether you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, whether you believe in, Yahweh, whoever you believe in. Guess what? What we have to do is, how do we channel ourselves? How do we challenge, ourselves to become our best each and every day? How do we teach these younger generation to get them to stop making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address? That's what it's all about. I wasted over 15 years out of my life. For what? It's nothing cool about being in that jail cell. It's nothing cool about people telling you when to eat, when to sleep, when you can take a shower, when you can use the phone, when you can see your people. What's cool about that? But sit back and think about it. Guess what? If we don't have a future, if we're not taking the time to build up our self-esteem, build up our work ethic, and have a job and plan for the rainy day, guess what? When it's all over, what you gonna have? What you gonna have to fall back on? So a lot of times you got a lot of guys don't have nothing to fall back on. So you know what they do? They go to jail because they feel they live better in prison than they live in the outside world. They don't have no bills. They don't have to worry about no rent, mortgage. They don't have to worry about paying for food. They don't have to worry about paying for electricity, cable. They don't have to worry about, they got a free gym membership. They don't have to worry about 24-hour fitness or any other gym that's out there. East New York in the building. What's going on, man? Acting and picking. What's up? Right now, so sit back and think about it. They got free medical benefit. If they need to see the dentist, they can go to the dental in there. If they need to go to sick call, go see the doctor, guess what? ET host, what's up, man? How you doing? Yes, this is the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. Those of you, hit that like button. Compton in the house, man. What's up, man? Hey, I appreciate the love, man. Those of you don't know my story fully, listen, man, email me. It's on Amazon, but email me. You know what I'm saying? Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. And you know what this talk about? It talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the blueprint that will stop our children from making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. That's what it's all about, man. Hey, I missed that. I missed that. So who else in the building? Everybody, thank y'all for joining me, man. Because I know you can be doing anything that you want with your time. Hey, David, how you doing? Was you running the same time Nuke was running around? You know what? Like I said right now, yes, I was running around the same time. You bought the audio book. Look, I got volume 1, I got volume 2. Straight from the street, volume 1, straight from the street, volume 2. And I speak about it. You know what? A lot of times people do not understand like what I do. You know what? I'm speaking about stuff. It's the past. But yet and still right now, what we got to do is we got to use the past to make sure the future, the past do not repeat itself. We got to use it to make sure the past history don't continue to right now is come to life no more. Sit back and think about it. Everything come back to play. Right now, when I was a kid, when I was 14, 15 years old, guess what happened? Everybody talk about sagging. They talk about how these guys showing their underwears. Back in the days, when I was 14, 15 years old, they was doing the same thing. They was showing their BVDs. They was showing their Paris. They was showing their nylons. Showing their bottom and their top. History repeating itself. Fashion, trends comes and goes. It go out of style and it come back in style. And that's what we got to understand. So what we have to do is stop being a crab in a barrel and pulling one another down, and stop being, if we're going to be a crab, and guess what? When I was coming up, nobody wanted to be a crab, but we're going to be a crab, push our people up. Stop trying to pull them down, push them up, push them all the way to the top. You know what? Like, hold on, what's that song with Dougie used to say, Dougie Fresh, keep rising to the top. That's what we have to do. Keep rising, rising, rising to the top. And only way we're going to do that by not being selfish, man. You know what I'm saying? Not being selfish. And it's easy said than done. But to me, listen, anybody that knew me, man, I had a heart as pure as gold. If anything good come from me, it came from my late mother. And you know what? She taught us right from wrong. And you know what? Here it is. I met a lot of brother that was in jail with me, that was in prison with me. And you know what I did when I got out? I used to take care of them if I could. by going back to go see them, by giving their family money, by sending them money in commissary, sending them package. Because what the good is to have and you don't have nobody to share it with. And even back then, I remember being in there and I was fortunate because I had my family. Some people in there don't have nobody, folks. They don't have nobody. And a lot of times right now, people don't understand. You act a fool in the street and you go to jail, you be surprised. Soon you go to jail and you don't got nothing to give nobody, guess what? They stop coming to see you. They don't come see you. They don't accept your calls. You know what I'm saying? They don't send you anything. How do you think they're going to feel? These are the same people that you're risking your neck. You putting your neck, your freedom, your life on the line each and every day. They're trying to take care of people. And guess what? You're going to find out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Those that love you, love you. Those that don't, don't. A lot of times people pretend. People pretend to love and care about you based upon what you can do for them. Let you stop doing something for them and see what happened. Go to jail. And you don't got that fast money no more. Money is a drug. Skinnick and Liberty, how you doing? Panda House, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, money is a drug. You know what? I experienced that same feeling. I experienced that same feeling with my own kids. And to me, like I say, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a perfect father. I wasn't a perfect husband. You know, the difference is how can you be perfect when you're in and out of jail? How can you be perfect when you got that sick mentality? How can you be perfect? Cleveland, Ohio in the house, man. What's up? Dion Gavin, what's up, brother? Panel House, one of my man know you. Who's your man, man? Who's your man, man? Hey, but what I'm trying to say right now is, guess what? How can you be a good anything when you got that street mentality? You got that criminal mind that you've been buying it. You got that criminal mentality. How can you be perfect at anything? How can I be a good father when I was in there? And not another thing, guys. Anybody that's out there listening, man, listen. What I'm learning, honestly speaking, this is what you got to do, man. This is what you have to do. You have to be mindful when you're dealing with your children. When you're raising your kids, you got to have patience, man. If your mama used to always say, if you man and woman enough to make them, be man and woman to take care of them. How you doing, man? All the way from Africa. What's up, man? Who had the best knuckle game back in the 80s in New York, man? A lot of people had the best knuckle game, man. It all depends. But anyway, what I was trying to say is, man, Tut had a good knuckle game. Domino had a good knuckle game. Let me see who else. Big Roll, my man El Shabay. A lot of people, man. It all depends, man. Did I have a knuckle game, man? You know what? Listen, man. I grew up back and forth, New York to South Carolina, shy. And he say you 100. What's shy? What's shy? It's plenty of shy, man. But like I tell you right now, like me, did I have a knuckle game? Nah. You know what type of game I had? I will pick you up and body slam you. You know what? Hey, what's up, man? Jacob Hill, what's up, man? Real talk fact. What's up, Divine Righteous? My brother, man. Sheldon Franklin Glaze, what's the one thing that you miss about the life? You know what, bro, man? Like I said, I don't miss nothing about that life, man. You know why? Because you living fast. You constantly looking over your back. You falling asleep with bulletproof vests on. What is this? How that's to live? Only time I enjoy myself when I left New York City, man. When I got on a plane, I left. I didn't have to worry about it then, man. That's the best thing. Shah, he's from Fulton. Okay. But just like I say right now, man, like brother getting old, man. I remember, but I don't remember all that. How many cards did you have back in the game, man? I had several cards, man. You know, but just like you said right now is guess what? When you go to jail, you don't have nothing, man. But anyway, what I'm trying to say, folks, listen, man. Life is life, man. Life is what we make it, man. And what we have to do is start making the best of it. Even back then when I had all the cars, I had all the monies. You know what I'm saying? Married, cheating on my wife. You know what I'm saying? So the difference is right now is that's a trickle down effect to your kids. And then another thing right now, what I want to speak about is how do we treat our kids? Do we know how to raise our kids properly? When they step out of line, how do we discipline them? You know how we discipline them? We discipline them how our mother and father discipline us, how they mother and father discipline them, how they parents before that discipline them. What we did is we took that slave mentality and started whipping them like our kids is our slave. Nah. And we wonder why some of our kids have the issue that they have. We wonder why they got trouble upstairs. They got mental illness. They traumatized. And here it is the worst victim because we traumatize our kids. If you're going to beat your kids, try not to beat them. But if you got to, beat them with instruction. But try not to beat them. And that's my problem with me and my kids or whatever, because guess what? When they step out of line, you know what I did? I went this all the way. I whipped them. Why? Because I thought that was the right way. That ain't no right way. You know, right now, why should you have to fight your kids, your flesh and blood, when you can outthink them? The difference is these days in time right now, they step out of line, they not doing good in school. You know what? Take their PlayStation, take their cell phone, take their privilege away. That's how you gotta beat them. You gotta beat them at their own game. Take away their Nikes. Or stop looking right now, stop giving them allowance. That's what you have to do. You have to beat them at their own game. We gotta stop, you know what I'm saying, inflicting, you know what I'm saying, mental pain, physical pain to our loved ones, to our kids. Yet and still we say we love our kids. But the bottom line is we beating the living daylight out of them when they step out of line. Guess what? I've been guilty. I've been guilty of that. And that's what deteriorate, my relationship with my kids. And I have nobody to blame but myself. But that's why now, being that I'm able to talk to people, I got a platform, I'm going to express myself. I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly part of my life. I was once the problem. The bottom line is right now, I destroyed life. Even right now, I talk about I love my kids, but I destroyed them by beating them, by going overboard. Why? Acting like they're my slave, whipping them. For what? Only thing it did was cause a friction, cause a division between me and them. That's why they didn't, I guess, call me for, my birthday. My birthday was December 1st. I got a son and I got a daughter. And they didn't call me. And you know what? Like I tell you, I take it personal. Because once again, with all the technology, they got phones. You mean to tell me I wasn't worth a text? I wasn't worth a phone call? Obviously not. That's very painful. And the difference is right now is, guess what? I'm trying to share my message to make sure y'all parents out there now, y'all future parents, y'all don't make the same mistake that I made. Do it right the first time. Treat your kids with love, respect, and human compassion. Because once again, they are your kids. But what you got to do is make sure when you give them something, make sure they earning it. Don't just give them just to give it to them. Make sure they earning it. Teach them work ethic now as kids. Give them chores around the house. Teach them how to be responsible at an early age. That's what life is all about. And once again, trust me, I made a lot of mistakes. And despite I'm 57, I'm going to continue to make mistakes. But guess what? I am one to learn and be able to admit that I'm wrong. In order to hold anybody else accountable, you got to hold yourself accountable. And what I'm saying, yes, at one point in time, I was a lousy damn father. In the bottom line, I was a lousy husband. I was a lousy son. I was a lousy brother. I was a lousy nephew. I was a lousy cousin. I was a lousy, miserable person. But it's only because of the blessing. It's only because I had to admit all my wrongdoing. I had to get the necessary help. I had to overcome all my adversity to be able to sit down and come clean now. Thank you, Jacob Hill. Thank you, man. Your birthday, happy belated birthday to you too, my brother. November 30th, Sagittarius season, man. Do anybody believe in zodiac signs? How many of y'all out there believe in zodiac sign? To me, like I said, I believe in zodiac sign because I can relate to a lot of people based upon their zodiac sign. Jacob Hill, they're real. I'm a Sagittarius. And right now, like, you know what? The trait of a Sagittarius, like I try to tell people, I am very emotional. I wear my emotion on my sleeve. But guess what? I am a giver. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather help than hurt. And another thing right now, who I hate bullies. I hate people taking advantage of other people. Hey, Derek Hodge, IS218, what's up, man? Kafa Jolie, you're a Virgo. I do. I'm a Virgo. Yeah, Virgo. Virgo is very straightforward person, people. Don't ask them a Virgo, especially a Virgo woman. Don't ask her a question that you don't really want to know the answer to. Because Virgo are very straightforward and they honest and they tell you the truth. And sometimes we as people, we don't want the truth. But once again, as Sagittarius, the biggest thing right now is, guess what we got? We got attitude problems. Scorpio. Hey, man, I'm married to a Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, Scorpio. Hey, thank you. Thank you, R Dubs, Renee. Thank you. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Libra in the building, man. Sagittarius in the house. Did you ever met Nikki Barnes or Bumpy Johnson? I met Nikki Barnes. I met Nikki Barnes, man. Nikki taught me a lot, man. Nikki got mad at me one time or whatever because once again, what he was telling me, why in the hell I'm gonna settle for a C? Because I was taking college courses and I was averaging a C, but I wasn't studying. I was doing very little. I was winging it, and I was getting a C. So basically, what he was telling me, why the heck you gonna sell it for a C when you can get an A? And what I was telling this brother, I said, look, man, I'm barely doing anything. And see, he didn't like that. What he didn't like the fact that I said I was winging it. I was being honest with him. And I was satisfied by winging it and putting very little effort in, and I was getting a C. Because look, he's trying to tell me you got all this time on your hand. Nick helped people get his high school diploma. He helped people, go to college. He used to tutor people. He used to teach people. So the difference is here it is, he was trying to teach me, but guess what? I had a very close minded back then. You know what? I was nickel trying to be slick. And this different, this guy, what he was doing, he was learning a different language, has several degrees, and he was trying to help them. But guess what, people? You can't help somebody that don't want to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that you got to sit back and you got to think about it. You got to think about everything as a whole. You got to sit back and think about what is our purpose? What is your purpose for being here? Ask yourself that question. But anyway, when I was talking about the horoscope sign, and pardon me for getting sidetracked or whatever, when I was speaking about the horoscope sign, okay, peace G, have you ever heard of Chicago street legend? I didn't catch that one. You got to think about horoscope side. One thing about Sagittarius right now is, guess what? We got angry management issue. We got true angry management issue. True. And that's the difference or whatever. And that's what we got to understand. You know what I'm saying? Period. After he made a deal, man, after he made a deal. Listen, folks, what I want you to understand, guess what, man? Let he or she who are not sin cast the first stone. If you can't add value to people's life, why you are in their life? If people do not add value to your life, and it's not just monetary, it's everything. People feel like right now, money's a damn drug. You don't need that. Right now, what the sense of having money if you got 1,000,001 years in jail and you're a millionaire? Was it worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. How close were you and Philip Copeland? Marshall, and do you think he'll ever get out? I hope Marshall do get out. I think all those guys right now, man, listen, they was young, man. All of them was in their 20s, man. And the bottom line is right now where it's like Marshall Philip Copeland, I know him well. You know what? When that cop got killed, and people don't know that. When Edward Burns, a police officer, was execution, you know what I'm saying right now is they picked me up. They picked me, Marshall, Dave McCleary up. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like March 2nd, 1988, when when they picked me up and they let Marshall and they let Dave McCleary go. And right now, if you pay any attention to it, you know what wound up happening. Those guys, when they did got picked up, they started making video. Everyone made a video out of 4 guys except for Marshall. And basically, right now, where it's like they admit, like like what happened, what took place. And the difference is they picked me up and they let them go because the 73rd, the 75th precinct, 103rd precinct, and 113. Everybody in law enforcement thought I was the one to pull the trigger on Edward Burns, and that was not the case. Listen, folks, all that stuff is right here. Beyond Lucky, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story. Get your signed copy. Get your signed copy. Get your signed copy. How you gonna get your signed copy? By emailing me. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from Amazon. Or for your signed copy, email me. Brian, BrianGibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. It's nothing candy coated in this book. I tell you about the good. I tell you about the bad. I tell you about the ugly. I tell you everything that you want to know about the whole situation, what went down, why it went down, and how it went down. And people do not understand that. That's the difference, whatever, man. In order to get healed, you got to come clean. You have to come clean, man. If you look at everything right now, what I'm about to do is I'm gonna show you. This is inside of the book. Can y'all see it? Oh, this is inside the book. This is inside of the book. Let me see. Let me see if I can get the picture of it. This is inside the book. Okay, here it is. That's me in the white. You know what I'm saying? One of Cat girlfriend and her sister used to deal with Preem at the time. That's Fat Cat at the bottom. Right now is look. That's them. And right now, that was right now when I got the white suit on. I was at the Mike Tyson Michael Spink fight. Had $1,000 seat sitting up front. Michael Jordan, was sitting behind me. Doug Williams from the Super Bowl Washington Redskins was sitting behind me. Jesse Jackson and Secret Service, because Jesse Jackson running for president, was sitting behind me. And what I'm trying to tell you right now, Baby Sam was in the audience. A lot of people was there. People from all over was there. But like I told you, get your signed copy, man. Get your signed copy. I give you the good, the bad, the ugly. Yo, the holidays coming. Get it for your son. Get it for your nephew. Get it for your grandson. Get it for the little kids in your neighborhood, man, before they make that wrong turn. Listen, email me, Brian, Brian, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Listen, get your t-shirt, get your hoodie, Beyond Lucky, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story. It's right there, folks. Hey, hit that like button. Show some support, man. Hit that like button. Hey, but listen, folks, that's what life is all about, man. Life is about right now where it's like I say, I wish Marshu, I wish Dave, I wish all those guys, man. Did you deal with Philly people? You know what now? I had very little contact with people from Philly. I met a lot of people when I was on the inside, whatever, you know what I'm saying, period. But you know what? I heard a lot about them, Junior Black Mafia. I heard about this guy, Craig, man, from my man Butter. What's up? Most fun memory. Oh man, that went by too fast, man. Question. You know what? Listen, let me shut up. I've been running off my mouth. Let me shut up. What's the question, man? Shoot. 1, 2. What's up? What's up with you, man? How you doing? Questions, man. I'm taking question, man. For the next couple minutes, I'm taking question. What y'all got out there? What y'all got out there? Hey, how many of y'all people familiar with Fat Man Scoop? Any of y'all familiar with Fat Man Scoop? How many of y'all familiar with Fat Man Scoop? Any of y'all familiar with Fat Man Scoop? Any Glaze, your movie would be better than Paid in Full. Yes, right now, if it was for the coronavirus, we would have had the movie. How do you feel about Casanova? It's not the point about how did I feel about Casanova. The point about it is this, man. Like with Casanova, Casanova allegedly was like, I guess, accused of putting a hit out on a 15-year-old, allegedly bringing drugs and like I'm saying, like, drugs and guns and stuff back into the community. If you once you make it, man, leave the ghetto, man. You can come back and visit. You can bring people with you. Make your friends security. You don't have to basically right now continue to hustle, man. Leave that life alone, man. Leave that life alone. Yeah, but anyway, like I was asking you, how many of y'all familiar with Fat Man Scoop? Any story from your Charleston, South Carolina days or near Charleston, good or bad or otherwise? I used to buy a lot of guns from down there, Charleston, Somerville, Monscona, Goose Creek, from their pawn shop. I used to buy a lot of guns and bring it back to New York and sell it. It was a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Did I really testify on the people? People, listen, you will never find anybody say that I ever testified. I never testified against anybody. You know what I'm saying? Fat Man Scoop the man. I'm supposed to do live with Fat Man Scoop real soon. Be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for it. Question, what y'all want to answer? Hey, listen, what I want you to do, man, I want you to dial in, man. I want you to dial into this brother. His name is Slim Papa Goody. You know what I'm saying? Right now, man, this brother right now have a music out. It's like old school, man. It's like old school. He got like that JC Biggie combined, man. Love it, man. His name is Slim Papa Goody. And right now is, man, like, let me see if y'all can see that. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. Hey, once again, what you got, man? Question. I'm taking question, man. Taking question. What you got? Shoot. Be mindful and be respectful. I'm taking question. What you got? Shoot. I'm listening. Who's your favorite partner in the round table? Who's my favorite partner in the round table, man? I made the most money with Bug Out. You know what? Like I said right now, is Prince. You know why? Because once again, with Prince, man, Prince was a hell of a dude. Pappy, you know what? Really, all of them, man. But like I say, Prince was a hell of a dude, man. I remember the first conversation that me and Prince ever had. And you know what? Like I told him, I said, look, man, I don't like you, man. Based upon all the shit that I heard about you, I didn't like him. But if you sit back and you think about it, man, I said, you let power, saying, go to your head. And, because I heard a lot of stuff. So he let me speak. Then Prince came right back at me. He said, look, man, I heard a lot of stuff about you, but I'm not judging. Let he or she who not sin cast the first stone. And you know what? That was some real stuff. But once again, you had to keep an open mind. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout, man. I got to get the time. I got to find the time. I'm trying to do Straight from the Street, Volume 3, audiobook. Glaze, you got a great speaking voice. You could definitely narrate videos or books. You know what? Like I say, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. But you know what? Like I tell you, I got to read the book. Yo, get your copy, man. Email me, Brian Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. He used to mess with his nose, watch Scarface. That's all. Like, hey, dude, did you ever gamble at the sniff tournament? No, I never gamble at the sniff tournament. I never gamble at the sniff tournament. Do you ever keep in touch with anybody from the old crew? Like I say, a few that's alive. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Like I told you right now, one of my guys, man, just came home, and right now is like I say, he got caught up in some real BS, man. Like he was only 16 years old, and he got caught up with a body because I was out of town, and he's with one of my right hand man at the time, and he wound up caught in a body at Pathmark, and he came home probably like 4 or 5 years ago. That's the only guy that I lost to the street, and like I said, right now, most of those guys, like right now, is dead. And those that are free, you know what? Like I say right now, they live in positive, productive life, and they never got caught up into the murder game. And you know what? I'm proud of that because once again, like to me, like when you sit back and you think about it, anybody that can come home and change, that's what life is all about, man. Questions. Question. I'm listening. I'm here. I'm here. I'm listening. Hey, but listen, folks, what I want you to do, be mindful, be thankful, appreciate, what I'm saying, right now, where it's everything like life is all about. You're breathing. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Give thanks, man. Give praise, man. Help the next person out. Help your brother. Help your sister, man. You know what? Listen, man. That's what life is all about. Is Bimmy the real deal? You know what? Bimmy is good, man. Bimmy is good. Like I said, I talk from Bimmy every now and then. Fact. Was Eric B a tough guy, just protected? Eric B, like I said right now, man, listen, I'm not trying to make this a negative platform, but for the difference, I never knew nothing about Eric B. He hung out with Supreme Magnetic and he hung out with his brother Rap. So the bottom line is right now is he gained respect from that aspect, from that accent. But as far as him himself, nah, the bottom line, he's a big dude. But just like I said right now, is he had good friends. He made a good bond with the right people. So I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm not trying to make my platform negative. I'm not trying to degrade anybody. What I do is I speak my truth. What was Jewel Preem from Team told you you was on, huh? What? I didn't understand that. Can you give tips on chasing bad attitude or changing bad attitude? Hey, you know what? Yes, I can give you a tip, man. The tip on changing a bad attitude is like, what you have to do is, man, you have to admit that you have a bad attitude. And right now is you have to admit that you have a bad attitude and what you're seeking to do. And you know what you got to do is like to me, like what I try to do is right now, because I already know me and I know what take me or what tick me off. I try to stay away from that. If a person is around me that's using profanity, using a lot of profanity, guess what I try to do? I try to stay away from that because once again, especially once you talk to somebody and say, "Look, man, here it is, all due respect. Right now is you're around me and I'm trying to refrain from using that. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm trying to get you. If we're gonna have a conversation, just have a real conversation. If I'm not cursing, I don't want you cursing at me. Bad attitude like flat tire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right now I like that one, man. Bad attitude is like flat tire. You don't go nowhere until you change them. But the difference is right now, you got to admit that you got a problem. What you got to do is surround yourself around positive people, man. Because if you surround yourself around negative people, they're gonna bring the worst out of you. What was the Jews Preem from Queens told you on the Coke game? The Jew Preem from Queens, Preem never told me nothing about the Coke game. I'm saying, period. He never told me. It's like right now, you know who I learned a lot from? I learned a lot from this old timer named Moochie, may his soul rest in peace. My man LD, may his soul rest in peace, man. People that was like, hustle. Um, which Supreme team was most dangerous, Brooklyn or Queens? You know what? See, that's what people don't understand. You never had a Supreme team from Brooklyn. It was only one Supreme team, and they was from Queens. But you never had a Supreme team. Supreme and his brother Rap. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about the Kingdom Hall robbery. There's a movie about it? I don't know whether it's a movie about the Kingdom Hall robbery. I seen some footage not too long ago, probably about a year or two ago, and I thought because they had a character that looked like Tut. Is it true that most Tut? Oh man, damn. Okay, cool. That went by too fast. Listen, go ahead. Question. Let me shut up. Let me read some questions. Any questions? Oh, y'all like me, man. I peck. I don't type. You got some people that can type like 30, 40, 50 words per minute. I peck, man. How important is the ability to socialize effectively? You know what? You got to be able to socialize, man. The ability to socialize, the ability to communicate is very important. How do you follow a person while investigators? Easy. You don't have to follow a person. Right now, you got cell phone. The cell phone is like it's a tracking device, man. How do you get the youth to pick up the knowledge? Ah, that went by too fast, my brother. Sorry about that. That went by too fast. What's the name of the footage you saw? Because I think I saw it too, but I can't remember the name. What are you talking about, man? Is a Gully TV interview happening in the future? You know what, Divine Righteous? You know what? Honestly speaking, I'm not gonna never say never, but never. You know what I'm saying? But anything is possible. Are you still in contact with King Tut indirectly? Indirectly. Last time I heard from Tut, you only can have X amount of people on your correspondent list. And right now is like if you're not in daily contact, what he do is, or what they do in the prison, they remove you off so they can get somebody that's going to be in daily contact. If just like I said right now is, if I guess if I send him a kite, I can be back on there. But right now I got too much of things going on. But hopefully right now in 2021, when they uplift everything, guess what? I'll be able to go back and see him. Do you like feet? Do you like feet? Like, that didn't make no sense. Do you know about when they shot Tut Mother through the project door? Wow, Charles Explosive too. Yeah, I remember. I remember the cat that did it. He was from Miller Avenue, man. And right now, where's yeah, wow, man, Miss Johnson. You know, HNIC for real. Did you have a relationship with Boy George? No, I didn't know Boy George. I did not know Boy George. I know some of the people that ran with Boy George, but I didn't personally know Boy George. Yeah, like I said right now, that situation when Tut Mother got shot, you know what I'm saying, through the door. Hey guys, sit back and think about it. How will you feel um if you're responsible for your mother getting shot? What I'm trying to say right now is, and that's the different, man. I remember right now where it's like when I got out, and like I say, when I used to go back to my old neighborhood, especially Cypress. I remember one time I went to see Tut Mother, Miss Johnson, and when I went to see her, and I knock on the door, you know what I'm saying? And when I knock on the door, what wound up happening was she looked through the peephole. And right now, when she saw me, you know what I'm saying? And she opened the door, she started crying. So when she started crying, it made me cry. And basically, right now, I sat down, I talked to Miss Johnson, I talked to Tut brothers and sister at the time, and something that she said that was very powerful. She said, Glaze, Brian, rather, to me, if you have to come back and see me, don't come. I prefer you to call me. And why is she saying that? Because right now, when she remember the old neighborhood, she know how it is, and she's still there. And she know right now where it's like, by you coming through the project, anything can happen. You can get shot, okay, cool. You can get shot anywhere. You can catch a case. You can catch a case anywhere. But even though right now what I did is I changed. I don't like right now, I hustle legally now. You know what? I'm not excited about how much money to make. You know what? To me, as long as I'm able to pay my bills, I'm happy. I'm content. I want to grow old. Was your crew equivalent to the preacher crew as in making money? You know what, like I said right now, is I don't really know how much money preaching them was making back then. But right now was we wasn't kidnapping people. We wasn't extorting people. We was just hustling. And but like right now, it doesn't matter whether you extorting people, whether you kidnapping people, right now selling drugs, all that is still wrong. All that is still wrong. Unless you got a job and you hustling legally, back then, all that was wrong. No, respectfully. Okay, yes, sir. Did you ever know Alpo in passing, what was the best way to win a fight without force? Hey, you know what? Without force, how to win a fight is you got to outthink your opponent. It's like playing chess. Do these cat realize crime doesn't pay? I don't think so. Hey, howdy, partner. Thank you, man. Thank you for the donation, man. Keep up the good work, Blaze. We need an audio book. Right now, I'm working on that, man. I just got to find a time to work on getting, you know what I'm saying, that audiobook, man, Straight from the Street, Volume 3, The Round Table. I'm going to speak about Fat Cat. How did Fat Cat came in position? I'm going to speak about Howard Pappy Mason. I'm going to speak about Supreme Kenneth McGriff. I'm going to speak about Gerald Miller. I'm going to speak about Emery Matthew, a.k.a. Bug Out. I'm going to speak about myself, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. And the difference is right now, like I say, folks, I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. Because a lot of times when you listen to people tell stories, if they don't tell you stories about their most embarrassing moment, guess what? It's not a real story, man. It's not a real story. You want to see people give you blood, sweat, and tears. You want people to talk about their most, the most hurtful moment. Right now is it's nothing wrong with that. I might have switched you made. God is great. God is good all the time, man. But once again, like I say, I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, and ugly. I'm gonna give you the most embarrassing situation in my life. And if people gonna tell a story, that's what we need to do. Are you noticing the uptick in crime in the city, especially Brooklyn? I hope bad times aren't coming back around. History have a tendency of repeating itself. I hope bad time is not coming around until people understand what they're doing, until people stop falling in love with the street, until people are able to educate themselves and see what they're doing, that they're destroying a community to gain what? What are you trying to gain? You know what? Yeah. Just got my crime doesn't pay, hoodie. Hey, thank you, Donald. Thank you, man. Hey, send me a picture of it, man. Email me, man. Or you know what? Send it to me, hey, subscribe to my IG, Brian Glaze Gibbs. Subscribe. Hit that like button, man. Hit the like button, folks. Listen, did you ever know Miss T? You know what? No, I did not know Miss T, but right now, with me and Miss T got a great relationship. Good people, man. Good people. Listen, and that's another thing. Do you think it was a mistake giving Pappy power considering what he did with the rookie cop execution? Listen, man. Sit back and think about it. You know what? Like I say right now, sometimes we get power, and guess what? I want a power structure so strong enough to penetrate through it. The difference is right now, having power and then you thinking off emotion instead of intelligence is dangerous. And the difference is right now was guess what? That was a call. You know what I'm saying? I guess he wish he could take back. Why do the hood celebrate gangster and not genuine good guy? You know what? That's a good question, man. Why do the hood celebrate gangster? And you know what? I can remember right now having a friend, an old girlfriend of mine, and basically right now I was telling her about a certain situation I was talking about right now, as she was talking about how much she loved me, how much she cared about me. I said, man, look, I got time. I'm doing time. Go ahead and find you a decent guy, a guy with a 9 to 5. And what she told me was she wasn't attracted to a guy with a 9 to 5. And to me, I say, so you mean to tell me if I was a 9 to 5 guy, you wouldn't been attracted to me? No, you different. No, I'm not different. I'm just listening to what you say. Walter Lee, no value. That's why. But what I'm, yeah, but you're right. Because once again, when you thinking Glaze in Columbia, South Carolina at Sun Football Tournament, what's up, Greg Walters? How you doing? Hey, listen. Sit back and think about what you're saying. Right now is why do people glorify gangsters? Why do people? Because once again, they are the good guys. The same reason people love it Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? The same way people love it Billy the Kid. They like cheering for the good bad guys. Even with John Gotti. People love it, John Gotti. What I'm saying? They was bad guy. Is there 100 kilos in one brick that make 5 family in New York City? I don't quite understand it. Shooter Diego, when you find out certain people plotting on you behind nothing more than jealousy, do you stay away or deal with them? No, you stay away, or you can avoid it, man. If you can avoid people, man, stay away. Have you ever listened to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? I met him. I never met him. I listened to him. Very powerful message, man. And you know what? Like I say, a lot of things that he say is true. Right now is, and sometimes right now when people express the truth, people don't like that. But the difference is sometimes right now you can deliver that same message, but you got to be gentle in delivering that message. Because once again, when you deliver a powerful message and you seem like you deliver it with anger, with frustration, people get intimidated. Did your crew ever put in work with the 5% or the Black Panther? We had a lot of good relationship with 5%. No Black Panther. The Black Panther was like much older than us, man. Way much older than us. The Black Panther was way, way much older than us, man. Hey, but like I say, folks, listen, when you sit back and you look at life, man, life is what we make it, man. Life is what we make it. And you can choose to make it good. You can choose to make it bad or you can choose to make it ugly. But the bottom line is you got people looking up to you. And right now is guess what? I had a lot of people looking up to me, kids, for the wrong reason. Because they thought I was a gangster, not knowing I was a sick individual. And you know, like I told you right now, is a lot of my problems stem from people, other people. I never really had beef. My beef stemmed from me getting involved with other people' problems. Because what I used to hate is bullies. I used to hate people taking advantage of other people. So what I did was I used to go in and butt in when I shouldn't have. But in the same token, guess what? Everybody can't be tough. Everybody can't be soft. Everybody can't be doctors, lawyers, policemen, criminals, stick-up kid, drug dealers. But the difference right now is guess what? Everybody can be themselves. Everybody can choose to live a better life, to be a better person. You know what? So you are a natural protector. You know what? Like I say, I can remember being in what first grade and bullies. I don't know one guy I remember in particular. With two guys, they was bigger than us, Charles and Michael, and they was picking on my little buddy, man. That's when I was living in Bedford Stuyvesant. I was going to PS5, and they was picking on my little buddy, man. And the bottom line is, I just see myself. I picked up a chair and hit them with it because once again, I don't know, man. There's something about I don't like people taking advantage of other people. A lot of times I have problems not because of me, but because of others. I started listening to you when I heard the situation when you talked yourself out of getting touched at the Virginia Beach. You know what? Like I say, the difference is it wasn't a point about me talking myself. It was to talk about like right now is how I talk myself out of that situation because I was telling the truth. Greg, keep doing what you're doing. Blessing will come down upon you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody came back with a question about Casanova. Come back with that question again. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Listen, y'all, I got 4 more minutes left, man. Ask me question. Ask me what you want. David, if you had a chance to take one thing back that you did, what would it be? All the murders, man, all the murders that I was directly or indirectly involved with. If I had the chance to take that back, I would take that back. If I had a chance to do life all over again, I would never became a criminal. I would never fell in love with the street. Okay, was you connected Mexican, Italian, or white? Nah, no connection. Oh yeah. Just listen to season 1, 2, and 3, Life and Time of Brian Glaze Gibbs. Infomon did a great job, man. Do you ever watch Beat Street Back Breaking or Crush Crew? Crush Crew was my favorite movie. Repent is serious. Yeah, Repent is serious. Do you have a nightmare about the murders you was involved in? You know what? Like I said right now, is it's not the nightmare. It's like the feelings. It's like what? I just got something. I posted a picture of my niece celebrating her birthday. And when I post that picture celebrating my niece's birthday, I got a response. And that response was, you know what, man, I'm glad you're able to, enjoy time and take your niece out for dinner. Like right now, they had a cousin. And right now, every time I want to see my cousin for her birthday or whatever, I have to go to the gravesite, what I'm saying, and visit her. And you put it there. That hurt. That really, really, really hurted. And to me, even I was talking to my niece about that, and people do not understand, man. Right now was guess what? I was playing Grand Theft Auto, what I'm saying, with my life. And there was no reset button to hit. And when you sit back and you look at it, and you look at the life that you destroyed, for what? I wish I can take a lot of that back. I wish I can take a lot of that back. I wish I never got caught up into that street life in the first place. Because once again, like I say, who am I to say who live and who died? I wasn't God. But here it is when you become judge, what I'm saying, jury. No, who the hell are we? The bottom line, you are better than that. We are better than that. Did you go through counseling? Yes, I do. And I still go to counseling. Give us a positive story about any gangster from the 80s, man. Oh, man, positive story about any gangster from the 80s or whatever, man. Man, you got to catch me on a later date and time with that. God have to always forgive me and give you a powerful story about any gangster. Um, Damn, man. That's a good one, man. You caught me off guard with that one, man. Any other question, folks? Any other question? But like you sit back and think about it, like I said, I regret a lot of things, man. I wish I had to do it over. That's why when I do speaking engagement, I talk to the younger generation. I wish I can trade places with them. I wish I can trade places with them because once again, the future is theirs, man. Glaze, you look like the younger version of Don Cornelius. Okay, thank you. I take that. May his soul rest in peace. Was Haitian Jack a problem when you was in the street? Not to me, man. It's funny, man. I'm working on a piece now, Albee Square Mall. I'm working on it, and right now the piece is ready. But what I'm trying to do is on my own. I'm trying to edit it because people have been complaining. What they've been complaining about me showing pictures. They want me to be able to implement it in my video while using my other phone to show on pictures. And I'm trying to work on that. I'm really, really, really trying to work on that. Um, but like I said right now, man, like it's hard, man. I'm not tech savvy. I do interview, bro. Lots of live. I have a good question for you. Hey, ask me another question, man. I got time, man. I'll give you a few more minutes, man. I'm going past the 1 hour mark. I'll give you a few more minutes. Hey, thank you for joining in, man. What did you always want to be when you grew up? I want to be a promised son. I want to be a professional baseball player, man. Albee Square Mall, man. Yeah, I'm doing a piece on that, and I'm mentioning Haitian Jack in that piece or whatever because he made a hell of a statement. And the one of the statement he say was like he used to come down there with his jewelry on, and like the guys from what is he said the guys from like Fort Greene, Marcy Project, and Fulton Street. When he's come down there with his boy, they said, ask him, was these guys with you? Was these guys with you? Bro, listen, man. I got chased out of Albee Square Mall. They don't ask you no question like that. The bottom line is Jack, it's nobody to refute Jack's story. But to me, the Jack that I know, it wasn't like that. He was a cool dude. That's about it. But a killing gangster, he hung out with killing gangster, but that wasn't Jack. You know what I'm saying? Period. He can get shit done because of the people that he hung out with. But the difference was, like I say, at one point in time, these guys came to me and they wanted me to hit Jack. And they told me right now, name my price. They'll give me anything I want. But back then, you making $40,000 a day. And you know what? Like I say right now is I wasn't just about, just doing things just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Why? And I didn't let that power go to my head. I did a lot of foul stuff, but it was a limit to everything, folks. It was a limit to everything. But once again, be on the lookout, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on my Instagram channel, Brian Glaze Gibbs. Brian, do you still have the wolf in you? Honestly say, Art, yes, I do, man. Why Tut was in interaction with Gotti. I don't know nothing about that. Any advice for the youth today? Cool cat. Yes, there's plenty of advice for the youth today, man. You know what? They should go to school, get your education. Right now is like take advantage of life, man. Don't grow up. How many of y'all want to be grown before your time? How many of y'all wish and used to tell your parents, I can't wait till I get grown because I'm leaving? You know what? Be careful what you ask for. As kids, let them live their life, man. Teach them the importance of living, man. Teach them the importance of investment, saving, being ready for that rainy day, man. What is the worst thing you saw happen in Rikers Island? Saw somebody get raped, man, sodomized. Do you know from Notion Avenue? Not offhand, Kenneth. Famous Brooklyn rapper. Famous Brooklyn rapper? Famous Brooklyn rapper. Okay, I'll give it to the fact boy. Prince Marky D and them. Nicky Barnes wore a mask when he took the stand in '70. Will Casanova do the same? You know what? Like I said right now, sit back and think about AZBK. Who to say Casanova would do anything, man? Like I say, who to say what they got? No, I did not know Rich Port. I knew him in passing. Who to say what Casanova? Nobody can't say what somebody gonna do until the time come. And basically right now, until the time come, nobody can say. Favorite meal. Rice and okra, man. Rice and okra, man. That's my favorite meal. Nobody can say what Casanova gonna do. Hey, sit back and think about it. Nobody can. Nobody. We don't even know what he really up against, man. Okay. Sean Brown, you are a real one. Thank you, man. Hey, but like I say, nobody gonna know what Casanova gonna do. Casanova don't even know what he's gonna do, man, until that test. And once he get hit with that test, the difference is right now is guess what? If he's a millionaire and he's situated, and right now is you're gonna ask yourself the quality question, man. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in jail? You know what I'm saying? Period. So here it is until the time comes. Nobody can say what he's gonna do. CUD, you mentor me. CUD, you mentor me? Question mark. Could you mentor me? You know what? Listen, if I got the time, why not? What hobby are you into that keep you focused, man? You know what? Pray, man. Praying, working out. I heard your voice every day, and I'm not able to have a beat a day and not go into any shift. Salute, Clay. Salute to you, man. Come back with the question, man. Let's go a few more minutes. Was the real 50 Cent actually terrorizing people where he was from? 50 terrorized anywhere where he went, man. He was a little dude, but he had a crazy attitude, man. Was Preacher Crew fair in New York? LDN 187. Yes. Preacher Crew was very fair in New York. Alpo Killer, Brooklyn King. So why is he walking around Harlem and nobody from Brooklyn coming? I thought Brooklyn never ran and never will. Let's sit back and think about it, man. Look how long ago that was. And when you sit back and think about it, man, that's deep. It's a touchy situation because I got a good relationship, a great relationship with Lil Demisio. And like I said right now, man, that's just a touchy situation. Who's a better rapper, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas? Kumo D. Kumo D. Favorite car you own? Cadillac Seville, 1976. Box, the square, Cadillac Seville, 76. Does things really heal everything? Does time really heal everything? You know what, David? Great question. Times do not heal everything. Time just make the pain more bearable. Time just make the pain more bearable. Jay-Z and Nas. Both. Both. You know, listen, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go back, man. Go back. Check out my all my videos, man. Check it out, man. Good days, good Sunday. Glaze, I have a curious question. Does Kayshawn and Allah Justice have kids, and have you ever met them? Yeah, Kayshawn and Justice both have kids. Excuse me, and I never met them, man. Yeah, I do work out. Nas the GOAT. Hey, listen, I'm about to drop a piece on a dynamite on a duel like Kayshawn and Allah Justice about this situation that took place years ago. Did you own a Jetta back in the 80s? No, I never owned a Jetta, man. 50 Cent is. When would a rapper actually realize if you live by the gun, you'll die by the gun? Like I said right now, would they ever realize, man? A lot of times right now, people do not understand until that pain hit home. Have you controlled a spot in the Bronx, Morris, with the mob? No. No, I never had nothing in the Bronx. Who is D Haven from Marcy? D Haven is a good young guy, man. D Haven is a good young guy. What give you strength to not to go back to the what? What give me strength not to go back to the penitentiary? You know what? Pain. Pain. I'm talking about when you feel enough pain, pain change everything, man. Being away and lose my mother, I refuse to allow her teaching and upbringing to continue to be in vain. So I backed away from that street life. I continue, like, how many chances you gonna continue to get, man? So the difference is right now, what bring about change? Pain, man. How do you feel like what's going on in Brooklyn with the Wu versus Shoe situation? I'm not familiar with that situation. Do you knew source money from Marcy? No, I did not know source money from Marcy, Kenneth. Not by source, probably by something else or whatever. You know, and the funny part about New York is small, but it's big, and you can't know everybody, man. And that's why I always try to explain to people, like, you know, and who you don't know, you don't know. If my granny told me you was dangerous, is it true? A matter of opinion, man. It's a matter of opinion. It's a matter of opinion. Hey, listen, check me out. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go back and check out all my past YouTube. Do you know Big Daddy Kane? Yes, I knew Big Daddy Kane. Listen, get your book. Get your signed copy of the book, Beyond Lucky, by emailing me. Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. How dangerous was the Jamaican and the Haitian in the 80s? Cassius Miles, very, very dangerous. Nicole Westwood, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you. The Jamaican and Haitian was very dangerous. Do you know Ralph Aswell from Lewis Avenue? I knew a Ralph Pierre. I don't know what his name was. Shit, I don't know whether that was a Ralph Pierre that still was in the Boy Scout with me back then. How much of an effect does movie have on the street cat? Is it a big influence than we think? Yes, like I told you right now, the movies do have a big impact. You know what? I can remember watching The Godfather in 1972. My mother took me, my brother and sister to the movie, and I fell asleep on it because that's how long the movie was. When I went away and I read the Godfather book, I think I was in a hole doing 150 days in Green Haven, and I read the book, The Godfather by Mario Puzo, and you know what? That's where I get that power structure. I want a power structure so strong that nothing can penetrate through it. And people do not understand that. Yes, sometimes you can read stuff and sometimes you can become fascinated by it, all for the wrong reason. So even watching a movie like Scarface, you listen to how many people, like you listen to Kevin Chow, what he say? They watched the Scarface, look what happened. How do you know? Do you know how official you are and how much of a power message you are giving us. No, I don't. But that's what I'm saying. This is the ministry. I want this to be a people channel. I want people to be able to be respectful, mindful, ask me anything they want. And like I tell you right now, if I can help, that's why I was free. That's why this is my redemption. This is my second chance. This is for me to come clean. By me talking to y'all guys, by me telling stories or whatever, it's like a cleanser, man. It's right now is it's like a fasting, getting all that poison, getting all that negative. And not only that, how do you take it and turn it around? How do you get people to understand? Listen, it's nothing cool about the street. It's nothing cool about committing crime. Even right now, somebody just asked me why I do an interview with Gully. Nobody never know, but I don't got nothing against Gully. I don't got nothing against nobody, man. Why? Link. Rope was good, but Link start being more sleeker, less bulky. After a while, the more you get, even right now, looking at fashion. What I love now? Like Stan Smith, opposed to Air Force One, because it's nice and clean. My big brother from East New York, Lincoln Road, say you was a fishy tissue. Like I tell you right now, I tell him thank you, I appreciate that, but the bottom line, for all the wrong reason. So this is therapeutic so for you. So we helping you at the same time you helping us. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Like to me, I did a piece. Eminem made a song. I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. And it's cleansing. You have to get it out. You have to express yourself. That's why I tell people, if you feel like crying, cry. It's nothing wrong with a man crying. People feel like if a man cry, that's weakness. No, it's not. Cleansing, water, cleaning it out. Cry. The difference is right now, it's hard being a black man. It's hard being a man, period. And yet and still, you got certain things going on and dealing with, get it out. Is Pappy dead? No, Pappy's not dead. Amazing Glaze, give us a dirty Ike story, please. Who's Dirty Ike? Facts. But cry, man. If you got something bothering you, cry. In this book, I cried plenty of time. Here it is right now. They might change my name from Amazing Glaze to they might change my name from Amazing Glaze to Crybaby. Because guess what? I expressed myself. What was you doing in your life between now and the time that you had gotten out of jail? You know what, man? Regrouping, man. Working, man. Spreading my message, man. Sharing my story, man. Talking to the younger generation. Getting them to understand, like, this is who I was. This is what I did. And I'm ashamed of that. So the difference is right now, I became a whole totally different individual. Please, Brody. Please, Brody. Please, Brody what? Jay Gill. Please, Brody what? Yeah, I changed my life around, man. I got a second chance. I took full advantage with that. It's like if an opportunity open, what you got to do in that door open, kick that door wide open. How does Brooklyn feel to you now? It's not the same. You know what I gotta tell you right now is, man, you be surprised, man. Certain Brooklyn, guess what? It's not the same because they took a lot of abandoned building, they took advantage of it and cleaned it up. Glaze, I had completely flat feet and could never wear shell toes, but I'm crazy about Clyde. Yeah, Puma Clyde, man, the original Puma Clyde. Clyde's out right now, and Puma's out right now, but they don't got the Clyde. I don't want it. Do you speak at jail for the youth? No, I haven't. Amazing Glaze, give us a Dirty Ike story, please. Mike Tyson, Dirty Ike. I don't know Mike Tyson, Dirty Ike. Dirty Ike, dude, he got another name. You should be a guidance counselor in school. You'll do a lot of good. You know what the difference is right now? You can get other people to listen to you, but you can't get your own kids to listen to you. That's backwards, man. That's bad, man. That's bad. That's bad. Brownsville and Coney Island is the only place that are the same from the 80s. Wow. Yeah, because like I told you, I see a lot of stuff when I go through and I visit and I look things up and I see a lot of things have changed. What good family? Do you know anything about 142 place outside my older cousin class was killed story on it? No, I don't know nothing about that, man. 142 and Dirty Ike is Mike Tyson Brownsville name. Hey, look, man, I'm stay away from that, man. Dirty Ike. Wow, see, look, I didn't even know that one, man. I didn't even know that one. Dirty Ike. I didn't know that. Rest in peace, Albee Square. Hey, listen, I got a piece that's gonna be dropping soon about Albee Square Mall, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm gonna speaking about that real soon. Listen, I'm gonna take this to 75 minutes, man. We at 73:37, man. So I got a few more. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? Email me, follow me. Follow me on Instagram, Brian Glaze Gibbs. Yes, sir, Sean Brown. Hey, email me. Say Brian Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Get your signed copy. Get your merch, man, on Teespring. Get your merchandise, man. Beyond Lucky. Later for that. Somebody came at me and said, I say later for that enough. So right now I got a shirt, hoodie. I got coffee mug. Say later for that. Is it true Scooter or any Brooklyn gangster couldn't mess with you? You know what? Like I said right now, anybody can be messed with, man. Anybody can be messed with. Anybody can be had. So the difference is right now, on any given day, guess what would have happened? Anybody can get had. No, I never got money in DC. I never got money in DC, LDN 187. I never went down there. A lot of times right now, how I felt a lot of people got too hot and left New York and went down to DC. A lot of people could not or was not strong enough to hustle in New York. That's why they went to DC. I remember going to LB by myself as a teenager, bad move, almost got robbed. I got chased. I got chased out of Albee Square Mall, man. Chased, literally. I was running. Run, you know what I'm saying? Run, OJ, you know what I'm saying? They told me you was the worst out of all of them. I don't know about all that, man. Like I said, I was a 6 but right now was, guess what? Just like I said right now, anybody could be had, man. So it's not like who's the worst. You know what? Guess what? We was all young fool. We was all young fool. And right now, I guess right now they had an opportunity to say what they say. Do you deal with dudes on Rockaway Boulevard? Rockaway Boulevard, not offhand. Shout out to Albee Square Mall. Yeah, salute, man, salute. Hey, listen, folks, thank y'all for joining me. Why did brother did so much dirt at or near the skating ring in the 80s, man? Because the skating ring was the hangout, man. Everybody was hanging out at the skating ring, and the wolves were out waiting for them to come out of there, man. So everybody know, or they used to text or page them or call them, yo, man, all these guys up here with a bunch of jewelry on or whatever. So the difference is, if you go in there, chances are you couldn't go in there with guns. So being that you couldn't go in there with gun, people was waiting on the outside. So right now, most of these guys had their guns inside the car. So guess what? When they coming out, hey, listen, and I'm right, our people was right and waiting on them. Guess what's gonna happen? They got them because you're gonna get them before they get to their car. And that's how it was back then. I remember in 1981, I got the East Saint Laurent glasses from Albee Square Mall. The only reason they didn't move, yeah, man, the East Saint Laurent, rest in peace to Ark. Oh, man, you going back, you going back. Hey, folks, thank y'all for joining me. Y'all have a good night, man. Hold on, let me see what time it is, man. Okay, right now is 11:56. Guess what, man? Let's take it to 12 o'clock. Hey, please give us another Henry Bolden story, one of him and his brother. I try. I don't really know much about his brother, but I'll probably give you another Henry Bolden story. I'll probably do that home invasion piece all over again that I did on Infomine. I think it's at 1.3 million. So I think I'd do a remake of that piece in itself or whatever. Here, did you have a hitman or did your own work? You know what? Did you had a hitman? Like I didn't have a hitman. Basically I had a crew. And the key is right now is like I said, I did a lot of stuff myself, and some of my guys that's dead did some things for me or whatever. On Spady, man. Big Spady was a notorious guy, man. Big Spady used to wreck stuff, man. So Big Spady from Brownsville, like he used to wreck stuff. Like, to me, like, hey, he was the man. Shout out to Africa House, okay? Talk to me, stop playing. Talk to you about what, man? What you bigger dude? What you got, man? What you got, man? Talk to you, stop playing. What I'm playing about, man. You know? You're a big dog. I like to hear you. Thank you, Latricia Houston. Tell me a story about Tonkin Project in the late '70s. You know what? Like I said, I couldn't really tell you about Tonkin Project because I didn't really hang out there. I used to like everything was in passing, so I can't really tell you stuff that I really don't know about or whatever. It's like like Brooklyn. You just go through stuff. If you don't have no reason to it, you didn't go through that. Love from the real OG, man. What cat in your era what cat in your era more about the money or reputation? Shout out to you and thanks for all you do and wish you nothing but happiness and success. Thank you. How you been doing, Mr. Gibbs? I'm doing good, man. Jay Lapkin. What are you doing now to enjoy life, man? Relaxing, man. Taking it easy, man. Listen, did you hang in QB? No, I never hung out in Queensbridge either, man. Relax, take it easy, man. Sometime I been watch TV, man. Sometime I watch or when I'm touring trying to write my new book. Did you know who Mama Do? Mama Do, or do you talk about Mother Darius? I don't know about that one. Come back. Um, Salute OG, you help well out known. Wish I was able to get knowledge from you when I was younger. Hey, like I said right now, we all did, man. I'm here now. Do you ever worry about someone trying to get revenge on you? You know what, like I say, if it's meant to be, that's what will happen or whatever. But no, I don't. Hey, what's up, man? Donnell, my brother, my Cypress brother, Mother Darius, man. I knew Mother Darius when he got older. You needed any act of any of your story, please send me an email. Okay. Um, I knew Mother Darius, like he was old back then. Like, when we was kids, I met him in Fishkill or whatever. Thanks for speaking about Spady. He's my cousin. Okay, Tony Jones. Like I tell you right now, to me, if somebody asks me a question, guess what? I'm gonna tell them the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Period. Spady was the real deal. Like I say, nobody messed with Patey. But that story is false when people say that he slapped Fat Cat and took his jewelry. That's false. That's very, very false or whatever. But Spady was like a one-man army, man. That's all I know about him. And Baby Pop, my man, Baby Pop. So if you know Spady, Baby Pop say that was Baheem brother, say that was his uncle. Did you ever ran into Larry Davis? Yeah, I ran into Larry Davis when he caught that case. Like I said right now, man, if somebody have to do, I charge for interview. I just don't do interview, but I just really don't do interview. It's like certain platform I did do it on because of the fact is right now, it was very helpful. Who had a box a knuckle game in your days in the penitentiary? Shit, my man Shabay. Who else, man? Who else had a boxing game? My man Shabay, Fat Cat. Oh, somebody does a verse about Baby Pop. You need to be on Netflix soon. If it was for the coronavirus, we'd have shot a series by now. We supposed to have shot a series starting in April or whatever. Now it got pushed back to 2021. Yeah, Baby Pop. Baby Pop. What's Baby Pop? Their last name is Pritchard. And right now, he was from Brownsville. Did you know Bill Blast from East New York? I knew young Bill Blast, good guy, good young guy. Remember throwing bricks in the window, taking jury on Canal Street. Wow, man. Oh, man. Oh, Canal Street, man. But the spot always was 4750th for jury, man. My man, shout out to my man, One Arm Monk, man. One Arm Monk was the man, man. One Arm Monk, and people don't understand that. And people don't give One Arm Monk and brother the credit that they deserve, man. One Arm Monk from Albany Project, my man Raheem. You got a lot of good dudes back there, man. Hey, listen, folks, thanks for joining in. Kenneth the Dawn, respect. Hey, like I say, yo, thanks for joining in. Yo, thanks, me. Thanks, man. As the rest of us appreciate this. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Jay Lapkins. Hey, shout out to Albany Project. Yeah, shout out to Albany Project, man. Like I said right now, shout out to everybody that joined me tonight. Thanks for joining me. Be on the lookout, folks. Go back and check out all my pieces that I got. How's you know what? Sandra's good, man. Sandra's good. Explain to me why these guys are saying things like they are. Okay, any touch story. I got plenty of touch story, man. The Diamond District, man. Diamond District. Any stuff where he beat up a dude. Hold up. I didn't catch that, man. Do you know Killer Ben? You know the funny part about that? I do know Kenny Killer Ben. But the difference is right now is I knew a different type of Killer Ben. And the different, a lot of people talk about Killer Ben. I remember Killer Ben being younger than me. And right now, he embraced me with love and respect. And I embrace him back. Any touch story where he beat up a dude so bad that his mama stopped. I heard about that. I wasn't there. I heard about that. The touch story. What's up, Brian Gibb? Much love and respect. Thank you, Simone. Do you watch UFC? Nah, not really, man. A lot of stuff I watch on SportsCenter. Did you beat up on your baby mother badly? Nah, I didn't beat up on my baby mother badly. No, that's not that. No, like I said right now is question. I'm about to go, y'all. I'm about to go. I'm about to go. Hey, once again, hey, hopefully everybody have a super Sunday. Shout out to Myrtle Avenue. Wow. Hey, Theodore Pullen, what's good, man? How you doing, man? Thanks for dropping knowledge. You welcome. Good night, Sugar. Okay, good night, Nicole Westwood. How do you get info about your production company? Right now, it's not a production company. I got a production team that I'm working with. Love and respect for New Zealand. Tell us about your biggest chain. You know what I'm saying? Period. Peace. Tell us about your biggest chain, the rope, the Dookie rope. What was it called? It was called the Beast. Fulton and Franklin in the house, man. Hold on, let me see. My man Jamel. Jamel was from there. My man Jamel was from Franklin Avenue. He had a cousin named Supreme. Tracy, damn, what's Tracy last name? I can't even think of it. Damn, Tracy Wade, Tracy Wade. Supreme Bay Allah. I got indicted for his murder. I was in Burma. I was in Did you smoke weed when I was younger? I used to smoke weed up until like I was like 15 years old. The last time I smoked a joint was Thanksgiving 1982 when I was in Fishkill. Shout out to MOP, The Hills, That's Real, Quincy and Tompkin. All right, Simone, what do you miss most about Pappy? You know, Pappy a good guy, man. Pappy a good guy. And right now, hopefully right now, where it's like he's not on the medication, he's back to normal. Curtis Bowden, also known as Black C. That's Ron dude from the okay, yeah. I remember that name. I remember that name. Southern Euclid, Donnell, man, in the house, man. My brother Donnell, man. We used to play baseball. Donnell used to tease me how I used to pitch with the uppercut. We I used to pitch with the uppercut, like the underhand pitch, man. The good old days. Everybody, thank y'all for joining in, man. Region and 21st, what's up, man? Hey, listen, Sean Brown, everybody, thank y'all for joining in. Good night.